Yeah, the game is done, dude. Let's go. Anyways, this isn't going to be like the rest of the devlogs where I show you guys exactly what I did to complete my game. And the reason behind that is there would have been probably about a week's worth of footage to edit and chop up for this video. And I'm sorry, but I was not about to do that. I guess if you consider it a devlog, it's just going to be me showcasing the completed game and basically just explaining to you guys how some of the coding works. And if you guys have any more questions about how exactly the code works or anything like that, feel free to join my Discord in the description below, and I'll gladly show you like footage of the code and give you an explanation on how it works. And yeah, I also just wanted to thank you guys for all the support again on the videos. It really means a lot. And yeah, the game link will be in the description below. Okay, so as you guys may know from last time, some of the things I had to do left were build this winners area, put some of the little jumps in the pit, build the tumbleweeds, put the bears in, actually make the river system. And although I didn't record any footage of me doing this, what I decided to do was just build it, complete it, and then just show you guys and explain to you guys how I did, pretty much just how I did it. And so starting off with the river, I modeled a boat inside of Blender, and then using that model, I put a script into the boat that told it basically just to go a couple studs, or well, I guess not a couple, but I think it was about like 70 studs or something like that forward, and then stop for a certain amount of time and then go back. And then I set a velocity limiter on it so that way it doesn't go too fast across. And then I put these invisible walls in the path of the river so that way if you touch this invisible wall, it makes this pretty much like a little tree trunk go invisible, and then the one that's laying down here on the ground will become visible and you have to jump over it. And there's also a kill script inside of here to where if you touch it you'll die. And I pretty much just copied and pasted that 2 more times this way. And then once you get off the boat, you get over to the bears. And the bears pretty much just have the exact same script as the boat, where I just tell it to go, and this time I just tell it to go a couple studs this way. It stops right around here, and then goes back into the cave. And then obviously, again, copy and paste. And then over here, I just have some log jumps. Again, these are just kill bricks, pretty much. There wasn't really any special coding for these. And then for the tumbleweeds, again, they are kill bricks. And they have, once again, the exact same code as the boat, and they just go back and forth. And obviously you have to avoid touching them. The cactuses, again, just kill bricks. I will say the hitboxes on the cactuses are a little bit weird. I don't know why exactly that is. I guess it's just because of the tiny like little spikes or whatever. If it touches your character, you die. But yeah, that was a little bit hard to get across for some reason. And then this is basically just, you know, a regular old obby. Obviously the ground, when you touch the ground you die, but this wasn't too bad to build. Obviously it's just a couple parts that you just jump on and get across. And the reason why it's so short is because it's actually kind of hard, especially this jump right here is probably the hardest. And then you get over to the penguins, and this was arguably the probably the most complicated code. And the reason why was because I needed to create a code that takes the distance between the center block and the penguin, and then generates, or pretty much just makes a circle around it using those distances. And then it moves the penguin around the block in a circle. And that was probably the hardest code. I think I could show you guys the code. So yeah, that was pretty much the orbiting code. If you guys have taken like a geometry class or something like that, the chances are you'll probably know like what this is. And then once again, I copied and pasted it all over, and then I also changed the speed so they go at various speeds, so it's a lot harder for you to get across. And this is probably, I would say, the hardest, or maybe the second hardest course in my obby. And then here, absolutely no coding in this part. It's just a walkthrough block, and then there's just random holes in the ground that you can't see. And so there's absolutely no coding used in this part right here. And then over here, you got these little pads that you have to jump on, and they are slippery. But once you stand on them for I think about, I think it was either 2.5 or 3 seconds, they'll end up slowly disappearing, and you have to be on the other platform before this one disappears. And it's like that throughout the whole thing. And then over here in the winners, I pretty much just gave you guys some stuff to do. I did put a secret badge inside of the game that you have to find, and the badge logo is pretty much a hint to where it is. And you can use the carpet or the gravity coil to help you find it. And then I just gave you guys like a Bloxy Cola, and 2 games that I found that are actually like, they're pretty fun to play actually. One's it's called like Lunar Lander or something like that. And they're just like 2 like little puzzle games that you guys can do. I don't know, I just never see these inside of games, so I figured I'd put that in there for you guys to try. And then my little shrine for you guys to obviously, you know, pray to, right? Because, you know, we're a cult and all that. Anyways, then I have my donation board. As you can probably see by the sign, the top 3 donators get their avatars in the lobby. You might be wondering what that means. And that's what these guys are for. So if you're number 1 on the top donators, then you get your character inside of this like little ice block here at the end of the obby. And if you're 2nd place, you get your character impaled on the spike and this little obby course. And if you're the 3rd top donator, then you get your character mauled by a bear. So that's pretty sick. In my opinion, that's pretty sick. Once again, I used Blender to make these penguins. I thought they turned out pretty well. They actually took me a little bit of a long time to make just because I couldn't figure out the texturing. I kept trying to import this penguin as multiple different parts, each with its own texture on it, and Roblox just would not accept it for some reason. So I had to texture it as just one whole piece, and that took quite a while to do. And then same thing for the bears, but the bears don't look that great. I'll probably have to join the game to show you guys. But yeah, that's what the bears look like. They look like they've been snorting crack all day or something like that. I don't know. Definitely not my most proud work. I will say the game is actually kind of hard, which is pretty surprising for a first like obby build. I didn't think it would be hard, but it's mostly just this Arctic area right here. This is probably the hardest part in the game, and it kind of sucks ass to try and get through this. At the end of the day, it was kind of alright. I've come to actually like really like my game. At the beginning, after the first episode, I wasn't too proud of what I have done, and I didn't think it looked too great. But then after getting the desert area done and the Arctic area done and the winters area done, and everything's like all decorated and working and all the parts are moving correctly and things like that, I ended up being like really proud of it, and I'm pretty glad that this is like what my first game looks like. I think it's pretty impressive in my personal opinion. I actually used a second game, or basically just a place to test all the coding before I actually implemented it into the real game, just because I did not want to screw up on anything and I don't know, somehow ruin my game that I worked hard on. So the only thing that I did not build inside of this game is the donation board. I did take that from another YouTuber guy, and I did look at the script of it, and it does look fine. I didn't see anything weird or suspicious in it. And obviously it's from a YouTuber, right guys? So obviously a YouTuber with that many subscribers and stuff like that definitely would not do anything to tarnish their reputation with their fans and viewers. Definitely cannot name any kind of point in time where a YouTuber has done anything to ruin their reputation and, you know, talk to anyone in a weird way or anything like that. You know, I just can't name any coincidences like that. But yeah, I trust it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my game. And yeah, if you guys could join my Discord down in this description below. It's pretty much just there for you guys to communicate with each other. Maybe you guys have similar interests anything like that. If you guys ever need any kind of like, I guess, advice or whatever for what to do in your game or anything like that, you know, talk to me in the Discord there. I'm always pretty active in there. And yeah, if you guys can drop a subscribe and like, and definitely a comment. The comment can even say something like, hey dude, your game like sucks complete ass, please make something better. That's a great comment. I think it gives me interaction on my video and helps it get it recommended to others. And yeah, I would just like to thank you guys all for all the support you've given me on my videos and the interest in my game that you guys have shown. And I hope you guys have fun playing this. Once again, I'll have the game linked in the description for you guys to be able to play. And yeah, and that's pretty much it.